Welcome! In this playthrough Marvel Champions card game, we have Hercules and Wonder Man taking on an Expert Klaw. So down at the table for heroes, we have Wonder Man and Hercules, both going with aggression. Wonder Man has a thwart of 2, attack of 1, defense of 2, power recycling. He gets +1 attack for each card tucked under Ionic Physiology, which we have down here. Force response, after Wonder Man makes a basic attack, discard each card tucked under Ionic Physiology. Hand size of 5, hit points of 12. Alter Ego side, we've got a recovery of 3. May include events with printed energy resource icon from any aspect in your deck, so we're not just aggression. And setup, we put this into play. Max 3 cards can be tucked under here. Response, after you play an event with a printed energy resource, tuck that event from your discard pile under this card. Heal 1 damage from your identity. Then we have 2 power of aggressions. Shark Girl, Valkyrie, Wasp, Gold Balls, Sunfire, Spider Girl, and a Bug. 2 aggressive conditionings. 3 relentless assaults. Then with the energy resources, we have 3 everywhere all at once. 3 for justice. And 3 stronger together. Then our basic cards, we have energy, an endurance, and a downtime. And for Hercules, thwart of 1, attack of 3, defense of 2. Response, after a labor card is added to the victory display, put the top card of the gift deck into play. Ready Hercules, and you may flip to alter ego form once per phase. And size of 4, 14 hit points. Alter ego, got a recovery of 4. He begins a game with the labor deck and gift deck, and as an action, if there is no labor card in play, reveal the top card of the labor deck. Then for his cards, we have 2 power of aggression, 2 gun kid, Throg, the Hulk, Spider Girl, Marvel Boy, martial prowess, combat training, 3 relentless assaults, 3 savage strikes, and 3 precision strikes. We also have a genius, energy and strength, a Quinn Carrier, Ironheart, and 3 limitless staminas. And for the Klaw, starts with a scheme of 2, attack of 1. When revealed, search encounter deck and discard pile for the Immortal Klaw, and reveal it, shuffle the encounter deck. Force interrupt, when the Klaw attacks, give him an additional boost card for this activation, and 18 health per player. The Immortal Klaw, he gives him an additional 10 hit points, comes in with 6 threat. And for our setup, we're using Klaw 2 and 3. For Expert mode, we've got Standard and Expert cards. Searching counter deck for Defense Network, Side Scheme, and Reveal It. And that one, when revealed, place an additional threat per player here and prevents us from taking off the main scheme. And they do recommend the Masters of Evil, which has some pretty big minions. Okay, we're going to finish shuffling up our encounter deck, and then for underground distribution, when revealed, discard cards from the counter deck until a minion's discarded. Put that minion into play, engage with the first player. So we'll go looking for a friend. Hey, found one right off the bat. We found Radioactive Man, Scheme of 1, attack of 1, 7 health. After Radioactive Man attacks you, discard a card at random from your hand. That goes in front of Hercules. And then we have his labor deck and his gift deck. It's easier to shuffle 6 cards together than 3. So I'll shuffle it that way. And they're going to come out in that direction, so we'll just put that off to the side there. Then for Hercules, give that a quick shuffle and get 6 cards. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, stamina, that's a keeper. Relentless assault. We know we're going to need that. Gift of battle, a little expensive right now. Quinn Carrier, wouldn't be terrible to get that out early. Of course, having 2 gun kid, just don't have enough resources for all the cards I want to play. So we're going to discard these and hope for some doubles. Marvel Boy, Spider Girl, and our Mace. And then Wonder Man. See what he's going to start with. One, two, three, 4, 5, and 6. Stronger together, defense, moving threat is good. That is good. That is good. Downtime's not bad. But we're going to discard those two. Stronger together and more threat removal. All right, set up, ready to go. Start off with Hercules to find a labor. And that labor is find a non-elite minion with at least 6 printed hit points. Reveal it, heal all damage from it attached to this card. And I think we're going to go for Whirlwind. Schema 1, attack for 2, 6 health. When he attacks you, also resolve his attack against each other hero. Alright, he's going to get, let's see, additional 6 hit points, and he's elite. Cannot take damage except from Hercules attacks. Then we will flip over. I'm torn with so many options of dealing as much damage as I can or setting up for a long game. I think I'm going to bring in the Quinn Carrier, so we'll play towards the long game. Hate giving that up though. So play only if your identity has the Avenger trait. Hey, we do. It's a resource exhausted to generate a wild resource. And we will go ahead and do that to help bring in Spider-Girl. The reason why I chose her, 4-1 attack, 2-2 health. After you play Spider-Girl from your hand, stun and confuse a minion. So not dealing damage, but at least we can tie him up for another round. So stunned and confused. Then we'll have Hercules hit over here for 3. And have her hit for 2. Now that I'm looking at this hand, we're going to take this part back and do it the other way and go with the Relentless Assault, dealing 5 damage. So many different decisions. We'll take out Radioactive Man first. All right, so over on this turn, Spider-Girl's back with the power of aggression. All right, stunned and confused. Attacking for 2 takes out Radioactive Man. Flip over. We are going to play Everywhere All at Once. We're going to spend 2, choose 2 schemes, remove 2 threat from each chosen scheme, 3 threat instead if you overpaid. So we're using that to pay for it. We're going to overpay with this one so we can remove 2 threat from 2 schemes. And we can tuck that. Then we will thwart for 2. We'll go ahead and hold on to this. End our turn. So 4 more cards, Relentless Assault, Sunfire, another active altruism, and another relentless assault. And over here, Son of Zeus, Olympus, Wisdom of Athena, and Throg. All right, we're going to get 2 from that, 1 from there. Then Klaw will attack. We will just take it. So base 1, and he gets an additional boost. 2, exhaust each ally we control. We don't control any, so we're taking 2 damage. And then lose stunned. Then attack over here. Spider Girl's going to defend. Ooh, good call on that one. That would have been 7. And in counter cards, Hercules, take 2 damage, Klaw heals 2. And he's at full health, so much for that. And here, got an armored guard, schema 0, attack of 1, 3 health, guard, and toughness. And pass first player. Okay, we're going to start thwarting for 2. And getting rid of this, Klaw loses 10 health. Then we'll do a little thwarting. Remove a threat from a scheme. Remove 2 additional threat from a scheme for each energy resource you overpaid for this card. So we'll overpay, allowing us to remove 3 threat. And I think I did that backwards. I wanted this one gone from his thwart so that I can remove 3 from here. Then we're going to bring in Sunfire, thwart of 1, attack of 2, and 2 health. After you play him from your hand, if we had any more energy resources, we could choose an attachment with the text hero action or hero response and discard it, but he's just going to come in and attack to get rid of tough. And that card goes under there. Then we'll go on to Hercules. He's going to attack for 3. Go ahead and play Olympus. We can exhaust that to generate a wild resource for each gift card we control. Currently 0. Then we'll use that for a resource to help pay for Son of Zeus. Ready Hercules. We don't control any gifts, so that's not going to do anything else for us. So we're ready and swing for another 3. So next turn, hopefully we can take him out. That will end our turn. We're going to keep Wisdom, Combat Training, Limitless Stamina, and our Gauntlets. And over here, Aggressive Conditioning, Shark Girl, All at Once. What are you? And a bug. 3 threat. Goes to attack over here. Sunfire is going to defend. Base 1. Put the weapons runner into play, engage with you. And he's put into play so Surge doesn't trigger. Then he's going to hit us for 1. He's going to hit us for another 1. Then Whirlwind is going to attack everyone. So we'll take 2 on both sides. Get some encounter cards. The villain's going to attack. We're just going to take it for 5. I'm regretting getting rid of my downtime earlier. Then over here, Masters of Mayhem. When revealed, each Masters of Evil minion attacks the hero it's engaged with. If no attacks were made this way, search the encounter deck and discard pile for Masters of Evil minion and put it in play engaged with you, then shuffle the encounter deck. Well, we have a Masters of Evil. He's attacking down to 1 health. Down to 6. So not going well for Wonder Man. Okay, Hercules is going to attack for 3, which is going to defeat. This is a victory. So after a labor card is added to the victory display, put the top card of the gift deck into play. We have our sword. We get +1 hit point. And our base attacks gain piercing. And we're going to draw 4 cards. Relentless Assault, Precision Strike, Son of Zeus, and Savage Strike. We also ready Hercules, and we may flip to Alter Ego. We will. That does not count against our once per turn. And we'll use our ability. Since there's no labor card in play, we'll put 1 in play. And we need to protect humanity. So this comes in with 3 counters on it. When revealed, we find Amadeus Cho and put him into play. Force interrupt. When the villain would attack Hercules, choose one of your allies. The villain attacks that ally instead. After that attack resolves, if Hercules defended, remove a labor counter from here. So get 3 on there. And go looking for a friend. Found him. Alright, 4 to 1, attack at 1, 2 health. When a minion would attack you, it attacks Amadeus Cho instead. As an action, exhaust him to draw a card. So, since we've been getting whooped, we're going to recover. And then flip over. We're going to play our gauntlets. When Hercules defends against an attack, exhaust this. Hercules gains Retaliate 1 for that attack for each gift card you control. We have 1 gift at the moment. And with that 1 gift, we're going to use Olympus to create a resource to play Limitless Stamina. Play only if your identity has at least 14 printed hit points to ready our hero. Then we will unready to attack to defeat. And we use the Quinn Carrier for another one. Precision Strike, deal 2 damage to an enemy. If this attack defeats that enemy, heal 2 damage from your hero. So defeated. Heal for 2. Then we'll play Son of Zeus. Ready Hercules. If you control at least 1 gift card, ready an identity-specific upgrade you control. Oh, but that's a support. We readied, so that's something, I guess. Then we'll use him to draw a card. And we got a Gift of Battle. We're going to spend 2 really good cards to increase our attack by 1. And then we will swing for 4. Dealing a first damage to Klaw. And over here, poor guy. We're going to play Everywhere All at Once, spending 2, so we can choose 2 schemes. We're going to overpay so we can remove 3 threat from 2 different schemes. And that will go down here and heal us 1. And those go away. This goes away and knocks him down 10. Then he's going to flip over and recover for 3. And end our turn. Simon's going to keep aggressive conditioning, getting a relentless assault, Mr. Hollywood, stronger together, endurance, and for justice. And Hercules, energy, Ironheart, a helmet, and the power of aggression. 2 threat. Klaw goes to attack here, changes his mind to attack there. And we're going to defend. And we're going to give ourselves retaliate 1. So he's swinging for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to end up taking 3. And hit him for 1. Then reduce this down to 2. Then thwarting over here for base 2, 3, 4. And counter cards. All right, Klaw attacks you. If this attack deals damage, place a threat on the main scheme. Well, unfortunately, we don't have anything to defend with. Well, the card we need's in our hand, unfortunately. So Amadeus is just going to take this. And the weapons runner gets put into play. He's defeated. He took damage. Threat on the main scheme. He doesn't attack because we're working on revealing. Over here, Klaw heals 4 damage. If no damage was healed this way, this card gains surge. Well, he can heal 4. And we pass first player. Okay, he's going to recover. And flip over. We're going to bring in Mr. Hollywood, generate a energy resource to overpay for a card. And since threat is now an issue, I guess we'll pass up those 2 to pay for justice to remove 3 threat from a scheme. And that has too many cards on it. Then for Herc, we'll bring in his helmet. So when the villain attacks, exhaust his helmet, reduce the amount of damage this attack deals by 1. Then we will bring in Ironheart, thwart a 1, attack a 1, 2 health. After you play Ironheart from your hand, draw a card. That gets us strength. Then attacking for 1. And ending our turn. I'm going to keep the endurance because someone's going to need that. Aggressive conditioning, Valkyrie, Wasp, and an Ionic Blast. And we've got resources, Martial Prowess, and the Gift of Battle. So Klaw adds 2 threat, goes to attack over here. Not a huge fan of defending, but also not a huge fan of dying. Alright, give the villain a tough status card. If this activation deals damage to you, exhaust your hero. Haha, we're already exhausted. But we're not taking damage. It's only one coming. We defended for 2. Just adding tough. Then Klaw goes to attack here, then decides to hit Ironheart. And with that, we're going to use our helmet to become the defender and reduce the damage by 1. So he's swinging for 5. We end up taking 4, but we retaliate for 1 to get rid of tough. And that goes down. Then this guy swings for 1 because it's only the villain that triggers the ability. So we'll take 1. Yes, we had to do that for the retaliate. Then encounter cards. Attach a Klaw. Klaw gains retaliate. After this hero action, spend 1 of each resource to discard this. Hopefully I can remember that. And then the villain attacks you. And by you, it means Ironheart, so we will defend for real this time. So 3 damage coming our way. So we take 1, which will remove this. So we're going to get another gift. And this gift is the Shield of Perseus. It's going to give us a health. And we gain retaliate 1. And after it enters play, we draw 4 cards. Prince of Power, Precision Strike, Wisdom of Athena, and a Savage Strike. And we ready, and we may flip, and I will. Then we will pass first player. Hercules is going to heal for 4. Put the right color on there. User ability, which, let me see, I forget how this thing's worded. Yeah, okay. Find an encounter side scheme that is not in play and reveal it, treating each per player on it as 1, and attach this card to it. Place 6 additional threat on it. And the side scheme can only be schemed by Hercules, but it is an assault, so we can use our attack to deal with that. And I think I'm just going to get Immortal Klaw, which heals this guy, or gives him an additional 10 health. So it's going to get 3 plus the 6 from that, so up to 9. All right, I'm going to bring in Martial Prowess, play under any player's control. It's a resource, exhaust it, generate a physical resource for an attack event. Then we will use that for Precision Strike, deal 2 damage to an enemy. If this attack defeats that enemy, heal 2 damage from your hero. So defeated. Healing for 2. Then we will play Wisdom of Athena. Reduce the cost to play this card by 1 for each gift you have. We have 2 gifts. So we'll use the Quinn Carrier. That's going to let us remove 4 threat from a scheme. And Wonder Man just let us know he's not thwarting. So instead of putting it there, we're going to take it off the main. And I might hit rewind just for a little bit. Should have played Prince of Power. After Hercules attacks and defeats an enemy, exhaust this. Heal a damage from Hercules for each point of excess damage dealt to that enemy by that attack. So basically when the weapons runner was in with 1 damage on it and I did 2, I could use that to heal another 1. And then over here, we are going to play aggressive conditioning on ourselves because we need some health, but it really benefits him too, so I changed my mind already. We're going to put it on Hercules. It's going to give him +3 health. So there's 1, and there's 2, and it also gives him +1 attack. Then we have Wasp. She gets +1 hit point for each pin counter on her. Interrupt: when she enters play, place a pin counter on her to a maximum of 3. For each energy resource you overpaid for her cost, we can use that to overpay, so she'll come in with 1 health. And that will end our turn. All right, found some sunglasses and a belt, a blast for justice, and some aggression. Over here, we'll keep those 2, drawing 2 more. Found the Hulk and a power of aggression. And adding 3. Getting attacked here. Oh wait, that should have flipped over. Because I was doing some attacky things after I healed. All right, so getting attacked. Ironheart's going to defend for us. If this activation deals damage to you, exhaust your hero. We're not taking damage, just our ally. Then attacking over here, Wasp defends and goes away. And we'll shuffle our counter deck. And deal out some cards. Tiger Shark, schema 1, attack of 3, 6 health. After he attacks, give him a tough status. And Melter. The engaged player must defend against Melter's attack with an ally they control, if able. Schema 1, attack of 3, 5 health. Pass first player. Well, our belt is definitely something we want. So as a hero resource, we can exhaust it to generate an energy resource for an event. Or as a hero resource, exhaust it, discard a card tucked under ionic physiology to generate a energy resource. Then we're going to play an event, using that to pay for the event. Then using this to overpay for it. So dealing 3 damage plus an additional 2 for each energy source. So dealing 5 damage, which takes care of the Melter. Then we are going to thwart. Well, I want to get rid of those cards. I also need to keep threat in check. So we're thwarting for 2. All right, we're going to do something fun here. All right, we need to spend 1 of each resource. This generates a wild for each gift, and this gets us another wild, so that's 3 wilds. We'll spend those wilds as 1 of each resource to get rid of solid sound and body. Let's see, what is my max health? So 14, 17, 18, 19. We are going to attack into Tiger Shark and then use that to generate physical resource for an attack event. Along with the power of aggression, when you make a basic attack, you get +6 for this attack and it gains piercing. So we are a base 5, we're doing 11 damage, which is going to heal us for 5. So after he attacks and defeats an enemy, exhaust this, heal 1 damage from Hercules for each point of excess damage dealt to that enemy by this attack. So I think I said 19, 14, 17, 18, 19, yes. His retaliate is gone. Then we're going to bring in a Hulk. After he attacks, discard the top card of your deck. If that card's printed resource has a certain type, other things are going to happen. We are going to attack for 3. And then we've got a physical resource, which deals 2 damage to an enemy. And then I think we're done. All right, Wonder Man's going to keep his sunglasses, drawing into Starstruck for Justice, a Siphon, and Starstruck. And over here we draw 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Savage Strike, Limitless Stamina, Relentless Assault, and we're a genius. 3 threat. Goes to attack over here. I really don't want him getting hit anymore, so we're going to have Hulk defend for Wonder Man. And that's 6 damage. Thanks, Hulk. Then Claw's going to attack here. We have a base retaliate. We're going to use that, so we now have 3 retaliate. And use this to reduce the damage by 1. So he's swinging for 3. We end up taking 2. But we hit for 3. And encounter cards. Each Masters of Evil. All right, if no attacks were made this way, search encounter deck and discard pile for Masters of Evil minion. Put it into play engage with you and shuffle the encounter deck. Is there any up here? Tiger Shark. Melter. Well, no need to go through the deck, I think. And discard pile. Yep, we're good. Then the villain attacks you. Well, now we're just a retaliative 1. And that's going to be 5 damage. And 1 going back. And we become first player. All right, we're going to use that for 2 wilds, make them 2 physicals for a relentless assault to take out the melter. Then we are going to thwart on that, but since it has assault, we are thwarting for 5. Then we will use that for a limitless stamina to ready, and then thwart for 5. Which is our last labor to get our last gift, which gives us 2 hit points. And we ready. And I'm not going to go, but we do get to draw 4 cards, or I'm not going to alter ego. We draw 1, then we draw 1 over there. Going through our deck. Got 3 more cards coming. Hercules has all his gifts. Three more cards. All right, Lion of Olympus, Precision Strike, Relentless Assault, and a Power of Aggression. So we will attack into Claw, use that for a resource to help pay for Savage Strike. When we make a basic attack, we get +6. So we're swinging for 11. Then we'll Precision Strike for 2 more damage. That's it for him. So Wonder Man is going to thwart for 2. We'll bring in our sunglasses. So after we change form, tuck an event or resource card with a printed energy resource from your discard pile under Ionic Physiology, or we can add a card tucked under our Ionic Physiology to our hand. And we'll use that to generate a energy resource for an event. For Justice, to remove 3 threat from a scheme. So in this one, when we spin this card, we can take up to 3 damage. This card generates an additional energy resource for each damage taken this way, but no point in hurting us. So we're removing 3. Then I think I'll take the opportunity to flip over and take a card from here to our hand. And end our turn. All right, I'm good with both of those. All at once, Wonder Fans, Energy Siphon, and Gold Balls. And fine with those 2. Ironheart and Limitless Stamina. All right, we'll get 3. Then we're getting attacked. We are going to take it, but we are going to reduce the damage by 1. Actually, yeah, reduce the damage by 1. Give us 3 retaliate, so we're a retaliate of 4. And he's hitting for a total of 4. We're going to take 3. And then he goes to 19. Then scheming over here for base 2, 3, 4. And then counter cards. All right, Legal Arms Factory. Place an additional threat per player here, so that comes in with 5. Surge. Discard cards from counter deck until Masters of Evil minions discarded. Put that minion into play, engage with the first player, and this gets 6. All right, Masters of Evil. Maybe. All right, Whirlwind. When he attacks, he hits both of us. And then Radioactive Man. After he attacks you, discard a card at random from your hand. All right, pass first player. All right, threat's a problem. And enemies are a problem. Okay, we're going to go ahead and heal for 3. Flip over. All right, we're going to use that to generate an energy resource for an event. Deal damage to an enemy equal to your attack. Our attack is 1 + 2, so that's 3. Then we can tuck this, and that's going to heal us for 1. Then we're going to play Energy Siphon and take 2 damage, which means we have 3 resources. So we can choose 3 schemes. We can use this limit once per card. So we're overpaying to remove 3 threat from 3 different schemes. This goes down to 2. This goes down to 3. And that goes down to 5. Then we'll play this, using that for an additional resource, using that wild for another energy. So we've got a max of 2. Remove a threat from a scheme, remove 2 additional threat from that scheme for each resource spent, so we can take 5 out. So we can clear that off. And that's all Wonder Man can do. Then we'll generate 3 resources to bring in Ironheart, which allows us to draw a card. Gift of Battle. We will play Lion of Olympus, which is going to give us +1 thwart, +1 attack, and +1 defense, but we do have to discard it at the end of the turn. So we're going to thwart for 2. Then use our Quinn Carrier to ready. Then we have 3 gifts, so this is free, dealing 5 damage to an enemy. And we are swinging for 3, 4, 5, 6 to take out Whirlwind. Well, I guess when we took out Radioactive Man, we had 3 on it. We did 5. We'll use this ability to heal 1. We'll use Ironheart to thwart. And I believe that's going to be our turn. We're good with holding on to that. So get an encounter card, do some shuffling. We have 2 more cards coming our way. Stronger Together and Relentless Assault. And we'll keep that. Marvel Boy, Relentless Assault, and a Hulk. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 threat. Let's see, he's getting attacked. Ironheart is going to defend. Then Klaw is going to attack us. We are going to go with Retaliate of 4. And we'll defend. So it's got 5 damage coming our way. We end up taking 2. Actually, that's for the villain only, so should have done that to save us a health. Then this attacks for 1, which we now lose, but we retaliate for 1. And then get in a counter card, move that up. Yeah, that's the problem with Hercules. He's pretty strong now, but it takes a while to get him built. All right, first one, Guard and Toughness. Second one, Guard and Toughness. All right, when revealed, either spend 1 of each resource or exhaust each character you control. Well, I can just exhaust that to generate 1 of each resource, because I'm going with the thing that if I can do it, I have to do it. I think that's the ruling on this. And the round is over, so this goes away, and we pass first player. Then we will bring in a Hulk. And he will attack Klaw for 3. And use his ability to deal 2 damage somewhere. We'll just get rid of Tough. Then use those for a Relentless Assault with Overkill over here. So 2 goes through. Hercules defeated an enemy, and we had 2 excess, so we're going to heal for 2. Then we're going to bring in Gold Balls, thwart to 1, attack to 1, and 3 health. When he attacks, discard up to 3 cards from the top of your deck. He gains plus X attack for this attack, where X is the number of cards discarded this way. He's just going to attack for 1 to get rid of Tough. Then we're going to have Wonder Man attack for 4 to get rid of the guard. And after he attacks, these cards get discarded. Then we will play this, overpaying with our Mr. Hollywood, so we can remove 3 threat from a scheme. We'll go ahead and get rid of this. And place that underneath, which will heal us for 1. And that's going to end our turn. We'll keep Marvel Boy, Power of Aggression, Relentless Assault, and Limitless Stamina. Over here, Downtime, Energy Siphon, for Justice, Starstruck, and a Siphon. And a 4 threat. And attacking Hercules, who is going to reduce the damage by 1 and retaliate for 4. All right, discard a card at random from our hand. And we lose Power of Aggression. There is 2 damage coming in. We prevent 1, so we take 1, and we're swinging back for 4. So down to 6. And that guy swings at us for 1, and we retaliate for 1. Then he's attacking over here. And I think I'm just going to defend with gold balls. Okay, counter cards. Take 2 damage, and he heals for 2. The villain attacks you. Fine, I'll defend. All right, 3 damage coming in. We defended for 2. So we take 1 and pass first player. Okay, so Wonder Man, use that to create an energy resource for an event. Then we will use this to overpay, deal damage. Let's see, do I want to do this in a different order? Yes, I do. All right, we're going to take a damage to generate another resource here. So that's going to be 2, so we can remove 3 threat from a scheme. Then we can put that down there and heal us for 1. Now I will use that to generate the resource and that to overpay for it. So I can deal damage to the enemy equal to our attack, which is going to be a total of 3. And put that there to heal us for 1. Then we're going to put in downtime, so as an alter ego, we get +2 recovery. Then over here, Hulk is going to attack for 3. And then, dealing 2 damage, he's 100%. We finally made it to the expert. So scheme of 3, attack of 2, comes in with toughness. Still has the additional boost card, 44 health. All right. Yes, I do have piercing. So I'm going to attack for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we'll use that for 3 resources to bring in Marvel Boy. 4 to 0, attack of 2, 2 health. When he attacks, spend a physical resource, gets piercing and ranged. Or he can just hit for 2. Then we will use that to ready. And swing for another 5. And end our turn. We'll keep Relentless Assault, Lion of Olympus, Gift of Battle, and Wisdom of Athena. Active Altruism, Power of Aggression, All at Once, Shark Girl, and Spider Girl. Take that up to 9 out of 12. Getting attacked, Marvel Boy defends. Marvel Boy goes away. Eight health. That's not the best. I think we're going to defend with Hulk. And Hulk is going to go away. And counter cards. Weapons Runner with Surge. Masters of Evil minion attacks. If no attacks were made, search in counter deck and discard pile for a Masters of Evil minion. Put it into play engaged with you, then shuffle the encounter deck. Let's see. The 5 health one is there. Nope. And then Surge and exhaust your identity. All right, give to Hercules. We don't get to counter gifts. It's an alter ego action. We can exhaust Hercules or spend 2 mental resources to remove this from the game. Then pass first player. That's a bummer, because those would have been free otherwise. All right, we will spin that and that for a Relentless Assault and take out the Melter. I think I'm just going to end up having that thing go, because I'm going to flip over, use that as a mental, discarding a mental to remove that from the game. And Wonder Man, oh, he's got some thwart removal. We'll bring in Spider Girl. After you play her, we can stun and confuse a minion. And then thwart for 1. Then use Shark Girl to pay for everywhere all at once. And overpay so we can remove 3 threat from a scheme. So it's down to 5. And then we can overpay to remove 1 plus 1, so another 3. Down to 2. And then for good measure, all right. Actually, he didn't need to thwart for 2. What I should have done was spend the belt as another energy, which would have removed the final 2. And what that allows me to do is then attack for a total of 4. And these get discarded. If I was smarter, I would have attacked first and then healed with the others, but oh well, I'm not going back that far. Okay, ending the turn. We're keeping the gift of battle. Got Amadeus, another battle, and Spider Girl over here. Relentless Assault, Valkyrie, Relentless Assault, Ionic Blast, and for Justice. 4 threat. Scheming for 3, 6. So up to 10. Attacking, Spider Girl defends. And so it's 4, but that's more than enough. And counter cards. Whirlwind, scheme of 1, attack of 2, 6 health. He attacks everyone when he swings. Oh yes, and he attacked and got rid of that. Then each Masters of Evil minion attacks the hero it's engaged with. No attacks are made. Search in counter deck and discard pile for Masters of Evil minion. Put it in play, engage with you, and shuffle the encounter deck. We're just going to put Melter back in and not worry about shuffling. All right, pass first player. All right, I think the math works out to where I can deal 28 damage here. So I can use that to pay the cost of 1. Overpower, and then 2 more cards to max this out. So that's going to deal 3 plus 2 for each one. So that's going to be 2, 4, 6, 9 damage. Put that there and heal for 1. So the 20 became 11. Plus what else is there? Then we will swing for 1, 2. Then Hercules will flip over and attack for 5. Then each of these cost 1 less for each gift card we have, so they're each free. So that's going to be a total of 10 damage. Spin that to bring in Spider Girl, stun and confuse a minion, but attacking for 2. So a long fought battle, but Klaw is finally down. The dual aggression with Hercules and Wonder Man worked. So as always, hope you enjoyed this playthrough. So please click on the like button below and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.